Okay, well, welcome everybody to Mappy Hour. This is our happy hour for those of us who love maps, also known as geocachers. So welcome everyone. Let me get a few more folks in from the waiting room. There we go. So cheers.
Oh,
We made it to another Friday.
wait for me.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I am Lisa. Look at Lisa, your host tonight, and this is our other host.
I'm JD Kid Vegas 19. And we
Yeah.
got two. Oh, they're joining. Never mind.
They're still trying to join there. Yeah. So again, welcome everybody to our Mappy Hour. So our topic tonight is I'm looking ahead to Christmas and holidays. I know a lot of us are, hey, yeah, Robert's got the right shirt on. One of his favorite shirts, as I know. We've got more folks in the waiting room. There we go. So yeah, the holidays are coming up. A lot of us attend and even host holiday events, end of the year events, solstice. We've got there's going to be some souvenirs coming up as well. The last and first
Right.
coming up. So and you know, a lot of us also do some gift giving and shop for ourselves and for other geocachers, and then things that we want to take to events as well. So curious what's on people's lists too. So want to know how we can help promote our own community's holiday spirit, I guess, within our geocaching community. So, but before we get to our topic, we do have notes from the field. Love to know, what sort of geocaching adventures people have been up to here in the last couple of weeks. Maybe you've met a milestone, have some big plans coming up for a trip. Love to know what's going on there. And of course, keep yourself to 2 minutes during our notes from the field. That gives everybody a chance to share before we get on to our big topic.
And do we not have ground rules anymore?
We do.
Oh,
I was getting there. I'm
okay.
sorry, guys. Yeah. We still have some ground rules just to keep everything moving along well for all of us. So please keep yourself on mute if you are not called on to speak. But if you'd like to join in the conversation, if you're in the Zoom room, just raise your hand. If you're watching us on YouTube, I hope that somebody can peek on YouTube. Wink, wink, Scott. This is being live cast to our YouTube, the Cache Advance YouTube channel. And please keep everything family friendly. Of course, there might be kids watching us, kids in the rooms with us. And again, it is being live streamed and then being recorded to go into our Mappy Hour hub. And if you have something that you want to share, say somebody asks a question or makes a comment that you can comment on, but you haven't raised your hand, you're out of order, just wave at the camera, and hopefully we'll be able to see you and draw you into the conversation there. So it's okay to skip ahead if you have something relevant to say.
So can you call up the chat bar?
Oh, I knew I forgot something. So we
Perfect.
can't see you all chatting.
Mhm.
There it is.
There we
But
go.
Zoom
Okay.
seems to change the layout like every other day. So things are in different places. So cool. So we are actually in Whitehall, Montana, broadcasting from my brother's house here. We are between Butte and Bozeman, basically, right off of I-90 is where Whitehall is. It's a great little town. I actually own a cache here as well and have a couple of them over the years.
And if you're ever through the area, there's what, three or four pretty cool gadgety type caches.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a local cacher that hides some really fun caches. So it's a great place it's right off the freeway. I mean, literally, real close. And a great place to make a stop and find some really cool caches. They're all easy to get to. They're not big hikers. At least the ones that we've
Exactly.
found.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all really good. So cool. And I see we've got folks from Michigan, Spokane, Washington, Colorado, Florida, Seattle, Ohio, North Pole, Oregon, Ada, Idaho, hey, or Ohio, not like Ada County.
And
Yeah. Sorry, Nancy, I know you're in Ohio. Oh, it just came out all wrong. And cool, awesome, great. Well, I think anything else?
No, let's get into the notes from the
Notes from the
field.
field. All right, so we've got a bunch of hands that have come up. So we will start off with Robert, then go to Jim, and then Sarah. So go ahead.
Yeah, so I started this week before we had our massive winter storm rolled in. I started by planting 9 new geocaches out for people to be able to find them. And then I also adopted about 4 or 5 caches from a cache owner who was no longer able to maintain them. So I took on a Earth cache and several new traditionals and a challenge cache as well.
Wow, good
Wow.
work. You've been busy as usual.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love it. It's always fun to put new caches out and let people race to the FTF.
was the adoption process pretty easy?
It is. There's geocaching.com/adopt.
Mhm.
Basically, you put in the GC number of the cache that you're sending out for adopt, and then you type in the username of the person who you want to adopt the cache, and then it sends the request out, and then they just accept it from there, and then
Mhm.
just
Okay.
accept the rules to maintaining the cache.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's a pretty simple process as long as everybody agrees, but it has to be initiated from the owner, the cache owner.
Yep.
And I just found out, maybe I knew it already, but I'd forgotten. I'm not sure that you can actually adopt somebody's event. If you're unable to attend your own event that you've published, you can adopt it to somebody else because apparently it's the rules. You have to attend your own events.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
The
I
last thing I did was finally put in the send in the cash order and ordered another shirt from Lisa. So it's the Geo Olympic shirt. So I'm
Yeah.
excited for that. We'll follow it
Nice.
up maybe with the Christmas shirt as well.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I got your card and you probably got the email notification that a package was shipped out to you. So it should be there any day.
Yeah, tomorrow. As long as
Cool.
the snow
Awesome.
doesn't slow it down.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fingers crossed.
Yeah, we have a winter storm that's supposed to bring about 7 to 14 inches down to the Denver metro area.
Oh, we're jealous. Yeah,
now
we'd like some snow here.
here, not back in Spokane, but
Not
here.
home. Here would be great. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks, Robert. Great shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Let's see.
this is
So
good. Jim.
Jim Starcatcher is
Mhm.
up next.
Well, hello. I have not been part of this meeting for the last two times, I think, because I've been, of course, doing my Hollow Weekend Cedar Point trips every Friday all last month. But amusement park is closed now, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, although Kings Island has a Winterfest in December, so I might go down there to enjoy their Winterfest activities. But at least the right now Cedar Point is closed until whatever May, I guess it is. But anyways, uh, my big geocaching thing was a couple weeks ago. I actually published my virtual reward cache at the Toledo Museum of Art because I was trying to do something that was local and that was, important. There was no caches around the Museum of Art, so it was a perfect thing to do. And associated with it, well, actually, it was like a day later. I actually used my Adventure Lab credit that I've had since before COVID. So
Oh,
it's sitting there unused, but I used it to do some of the outdoor sculptures around the museum. So, you know, that uh, I mean, I finally, like I said, I'm glad I finally got rid of both of those because especially the virtual because we only have like 2 months whatever left to actually put it out. So it was getting down to
Jim, what was the name of the museum again? I didn't catch the very first part.
Toledo Museum of Art,
Toledo. Okay.
and it's a world famous museum. It has lots of famous art from probably almost all the famous artists that you've ever heard of. We probably have something that is from from the collection. So it is a very good thing, and it's free. Museum of Art is free.
Nice.
Nice.
So I mean, it's a great museum. I haven't been there in, I would say, since maybe high school. And so obviously when I replaced it, I actually went in and did a quick overview of the whole museum. I need to go back to actually, spend time
Yeah.
to see the things, because I mean I just, just really went through it quickly. But but like I said, that this will hopefully bring some people to the Museum of Art. And I also found something that was very unique. I'll tell you what my question is. Uh, right along the roof line is a cornice work where it has decorative whatever cornice along the roof line, and there's lots of like what looks like lion heads all along the roof. Well, I was going to count all the ones in the front near the front entrance, and so I started counting, and I noticed one was missing. So that's my question: is which of the lions is missing among all the ones along the front entrance? I mean, it's something that you can't, nobody's going to have a picture that's high enough resolution to see that
Yeah.
kind of question. I just hope that they aren't going to replace that eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Then you have to do some maintenance.
Yeah, then you gotta do
Question.
maintenance, yeah.
Yeah, it does happen.
Then you gotta say which lion looks the newest.
Right, yeah.
But anyways, I'm glad I got that all the way and used my Adventure Lab. And I also then requested another one because now you can request them.
Yeah.
I was kind of holding off because I had an idea of what I was going to use the Adventure Lab for, but I never got around to doing it.
Yeah.
But now I thought, okay, this is perfect time to do it, and that fact that you can now request them, every 3 months, whatever. So I went and I did my request, so I can now have another credit that I can use
Yep.
for something else. But I'm
That's
happy
awesome.
I'm happy I got both of those out of the way, and fun time there.
Yeah, good work. I like what Scott said, a 6-pack worth of fines.
Yep.
You got the lab, 5 stops, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
yep.
The
Yeah,
virtual. Good
they're
work.
within 100 feet of each other. So
Awesome, easy enough.
Perfect.
Well,
yep.
good. It's nice to have you back. So,
Yep.
yeah.
All right.
All
We
right, we've
should.
got Sarah next.
Yep, that's us.
Hi, Kiora from Wellington, New Zealand.
Oh, hello.
Hi. I've had a brilliant time last couple of fortnights, last couple of weeks. I went down to Dunedin, which is towards the bottom of the South Island of New Zealand, for their mega, or they called it Geotoroa, which is based on the albatrosses that come across, and we actually managed to see one flying in, so that was pretty awesome. Weather was not its best. It was wet and it was cold, but we still managed to get round. Found a lot of fairly high DT caches and a couple of the older ones, and somewhere along the line I hit my 15,000. No idea where, somewhere in the back blocks.
Wow.
But the
Congrats.
really good thing about that was I finally managed to fill in my DT grid for puzzle caches.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I'd done it for sort of general, but I hadn't managed to do it for puzzles. So that was really cool. I was missing a D1T4, which there are not a lot about. So that's me for the past couple of weeks, and it's sunny, but it's grey, overcast, and we've got the spring gales coming through in Wellington.
Mm.
But it's not raining yet.
Well,
And that's me.
congratulations. Good job.
Yeah,
That
good
sounds like
work.
a lot of fun.
I'm still missing a couple of grids just on my regular,
Yeah, me too.
any cache type, for the fizzy. Yeah, the DTs. So congratulations on the puzzles. Yeah, all right. Thanks for joining us. All right, I think we've got Tony and then Scott.
Okay.
Are you there, Tony?
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. So it was a big announcement earlier this week. I know several people in here were probably on one of the shows that I talked about it yesterday or Thursday, but the people that do Geocache Talk Network podcast have started a huge project that I was invited to join into earlier this year, and it's called Cache Odyssey. And it's going to be similar to the Cache Across America, only it's going to be one cache per state. And the major differences with this is one, it's going to be a letterbox hybrid, and two, they have to be a true T1. So they have to be wheelchair accessible, and they also have to be large. So they weren't going to announce this until the end of December, and the caches are going to go live. I believe it's December 29th. But with several other things they've got going on, they decided to go ahead and make the announcement. So it's out there, and there will be one per state. And a Zoom meeting that we had earlier last week, they announced that they have teamed up with HQ, and it's going to be divided into 6 different regions, and each region is going to be a geo tour. Now, there won't be a coin that goes with it, but you will get, a special icon, and I think there was something else. And then something that they're doing is they haven't come up with exactly how many yet, but for every so many of the caches that you do find, there's going to be a coin for it. So there'd be like maybe for when you hit 5 of them, there's going to be a coin for that. And then if you get 10 of them, there'll be another coin for that. Now they're working on the designs for that right now, but something that I'm really excited about, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The difficulty is up to us. I know some people are doing gadget caches. Some people are doing mystery type caches, multi-cache, stuff like that. But it's going to be really interesting.
Cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've seen some of the announcements and haven't had a chance to really dig into it too much, but that's pretty cool that they're turning it into geo tours, so you get the souvenirs when you find all the caches. So are they all published already, or are they still in process?
No. I think there's 10 that have been submitted. We have to have all of them submitted for the GC codes by, I think that they announced the other day, the 28th of this month, so that they can go ahead and start the process for the geo tours. But they will actually go live on December, I think it's December 29th is when they actually will be published for people to go find.
Okay. Yeah, we know how that process goes for the geo tour. They do need all of the codes, even if they're not hidden, or published yet, you still, can start the process and get those codes for the programming that they need on their end to bring it into the geo tour database.
So Andrea, Leather and Lace in the chat, is also part of this project, and not only is she excited for it, but she's saying 11/25, November 25th is the day.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Come up. Okay.
Anyhow,
Awesome. Well, thanks.
that's all I've got.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's good to see you. All right. I think we've got Scott next. Hey, Scott.
Hello, good to see you. I have a question for Sarah. How long is a fortnight?
2 weeks.
Okay, thank you very much. And
14
what's the
14
source?
days.
14 days. So,
Yeah.
and that's the source of fortnight is 14
I
days.
assume so. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I thought the source was Shakespeare, but that's
I think what I want to use my 2 minutes for is to talk about an adventure lab that I'm creating in cooperation with the Ojai Valley Land Conservancy. They have a program called Rewild Ojai, where they're encouraging people to take out their non-native gardens and put in native plants in the gardens. So we're going to start at the nursery, which was a nursery that they started 14 years ago, that was just going to make plants that they would use. But that nursery is now being used to supply plants for landscapers, for the gardens, for government agencies. This year they have over 7,000 plants in their nursery that they will distribute out to all of those individuals. Then we're going to go to an area where they have used solarization, where they put plastic, and instead of having to pluck out the plants to try to get rid of the invasive plants, they use a plastic to essentially burn them out. Actually, they water them, encourage them to sprout, but they're covered in plastic, so they die. So that's how they got rid of all the invasive plants. Then we're going to go to a place where you can see a native oak tree, which has 700 different species that interact with that. And we're going to look at a imported cypress tree, which some birds will make nests in, and that's about it. There's really not a lot of interaction between a non-native tree and all the native species. Then we're going to go to a park that used to be an abandoned gas station, and the Ojai Valley Land Conservancy. Another family bought that, and then the Ojai Valley Land Conservancy has gone and made it into a park that has all kinds of native plants in it. And then finally, we're going to go to one of their rewild Ojai gardens that's set up at the ARC, which is a nonprofit organization that serves 700 disabled or people who need extra care. And so I think it's really going to be a really nice adventure lab, very educational. The only thing that we need to do now is going to have some of the Ojai Valley Land Conservancy people do an interview or some kind of a video, and then we'll get it published probably next week. So that's been exciting, fun to
Yeah,
work
that's
with.
good.
That's awesome. Sounds really educational.
It is. I think it's probably the more enjoyable one that I've done because because I'm getting to work with somebody else.
Yeah,
That always helps, yeah. It makes it more fun too.
It
Yeah.
does.
that's pretty neat,
Yeah.
really.
Sounds like something my brother would actually enjoy. He's very much into biological control and environment. He's a retired science teacher.
Aha.
So yeah.
Well,
Take
if
it-
you like, sometime when it's done, I'll send you out a test link, and then he can do it from any place and not have to, you
Yeah.
know,
That's right.
come here. So, all right.
Yeah, please
Catch you
do.
guys later.
All right, thanks.
Thanks,
So,
Scott.
speaking of
And-
Fortnite, that is also our cadence for doing Mappy Hour. It's
Yep.
every fortnight for every other week. So yeah. So thanks. All right, we've got Bob next. Hey, Bob.
Hi.
Hey,
Well, I'm kind of recovering from $7,200 out of pocket, not covered by insurance dental surgery on Monday.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
so what are you recovering from, the dental surgery or the $7,200?
Yes.
Wow.
And they quoted me over the phone when I made my appointment, 3,000 to 4,000. But that was before they figured out from the x-rays that they had to do something called a sinus lift. And that's not to make my sinuses taller or anything cosmetically better. It's just to make more bone for my implant.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So anyway,
Oh.
so that's that. But I was still getting my daily cash. We still saw Jim at an event Tuesday, the day after my surgery, so he can attest that I'm recovering.
Okay.
But so tomorrow, for those of you that are reviewers, you might want to close your ears. We were attempting to do a 5-county eventing day tomorrow, and we ended up only getting 3 events in one CETO, which I guess 80% of it's still better than nothing. So apparently the Ohio reviewers decided that they're not going to give us the what do you want to call it? The rules on how far apart or how many hours apart your events have to be.
Event
They
stacking.
say, submit it and we'll decide if we want to do it. So, okay, whatever. Anyway, so we're doing a library event tomorrow, and I just finished spending over an hour to carve out a hollow book for a library book cache that we're going to place tomorrow in one of our events. The county that has the least amount of caches in Ohio, which is called Vinton County. They have 33 total caches in the entire county, which I know there's a lot of states that there's counties that have less than that. But anyway, so I had contacted them maybe a month ago about having a training event in their library to encourage new people to start caching so that maybe build up their county. So that was kind of the tent post, the central core of our eventing weekend. And so we want to have a couple events before that and a couple events after that in nearby counties to kind of build up that whole area, because Southeast Ohio really doesn't have a lot of caches. And the ones that are there are typically put out years ago, and they're not very well maintained, except the various different cache ferries that drop caches and clean them up and help keep them going. But so anyway, so one of our counties ended up getting nixed. But so that's what we're doing tomorrow. We got to get up at well, I told Nancy we had to get up by 4, but honestly, really, for us to get out of the house by 5 a.m., we really should get up earlier than that. But yeah, well, it is what it is.
Well, if you're like us, you should be starting now.
Yeah, we have a 3-hour drive to the first event.
Oh, wow.
So we run across people that don't know how to event. They say, "Oh gosh, that's like 30 miles away. That's too far." I'm like, I have to go 30 miles to get to my closest events. So hold my beer.
Right. Yeah.
So, but one of our underlying goals is to attend an event in every county in Ohio, where there's 88 counties. I'm in 3rd place in our state with 72, I think. I think
Nice.
72 counties out of the 88. So we're going to tack on 5 more this weekend, because we're going to spend the night down there and go to one on Sunday morning before heading home. But so that's kind of what our coming up tomorrow is going to be. So if we start snoozing before the Mappy hour is over.
Yeah, no wonder.
Yeah. Because we have to get up literally in 6.5 hours at minimum. We have, or at maximum, we have to get up by 4:00 a.m. and it's already 9:30 here.
Yeah.
I cut out a library. Did I already say that?
Yes.
I cutting out a library book to hide. So anyway, so fun.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, well, safe travels tomorrow, you two.
All right.
So you have an early morning tomorrow, don't you?
And Lisa, if I could say from YouTube, somebody named Cindy is telling Bob, "Hi, Dad," as her geo dad. So I don't know if that's real dad or just geo dad, but hello from Cindy.
Excellent.
Awesome. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate that. That's awesome.
Well, why don't we hear from Thomas and then Melissa, and then we'll head into the topic.
Okay.
And maybe us, and then we'll head into the topic.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So on Sunday, I went to an event. It was pretty well attended at the same pizza joint in Bend that the Geo Tour was held at.
Mhm.
And they had a slideshow with old events, some dating it back as far as 2007 and 2008. And A couple of them were from the Pine Mountain events. See, Bob was just on and talked about the library cache.
Yeah.
I was the first to find for 2024 at the library in Ada, Ohio. While I was on my way on my eclipse trip.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he had the event there at the time of the eclipse, but I was in Ohio at that time. So yeah,
Nice.
and yep. Oh, at the event, Log Scaler and Red were there. They're the charter members in Central Oregon. So,
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's awesome.
and one more thing, the next cache that I hide is going to be a letterbox hybrid. I recently acquired some ink stamps. So,
Oh, okay.
so I haven't had one of those yet, so I'll put one of those out. That's all for now.
Perfect.
Well, that's
Thanks,
awesome.
Tom.
Yeah. That's one that I
Yeah.
don't think I've hidden
Yeah.
either, actually. At least not on my own account. I think I've been
Yeah.
a part of a group once, but
Okay.
yeah, cool. Thanks. Good to hear from you. All right, we've got Melissa to wrap it up.
Hello. Well, I'm with my husband in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
And today he went with me and we got the oldest in Kentucky called Tom Sawyer. And then this afternoon I went over to Churchill Downs and did the caches there. And tomorrow I'm attending an event down in Lexington that's about Geo Woodstock.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've been up to.
Oh,
Wasn't
that's
it Lexington across the state?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
It's
it's only like an hour away.
It's a small state.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a little bit of a trek. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that for Woodstock like 2026?
Oh,
It's
2020.
yeah, it's to drum up interest for next year's in
Yeah.
West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Not 2026.
I thought maybe there was planning for the future one.
Well,
Yeah.
if that was, she couldn't say that.
Gosh. Oh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, have a great time.
It'd be
there.
a little strange me helping plan one in Lexington.
Yeah,
Well, you're there now.
Yep. that'll work. All
All
right.
right. Well, good to see you. Yeah.
And then what did we do?
Yeah. Well, last weekend, so this is our third weekend in a row that we've made the trek out here to my brother's house. And it's about a
6-hour drive.
6-hour drive. And on our way out last week, we stopped at a rest stop. And I've been having a little bit of back issues, so I'm needing to make more frequent stops just to walk around, and then I'm fine to get back in the car for another couple hours. So we stopped at a rest stop we hadn't stopped at, and they had some new caches.
3 different types.
Yeah, so we got the traditional. We could not get the Where I Go to work for us. It's probably user error.
Yeah, we're thinking pilot error there.
Pilot, yeah, we were in a rush. And then there was a multi. And so we did all the work to get, it's just a 2-stage multi. And the second stage was 4 miles behind us.
We've already been there.
Yeah, westbound. We were eastbound. It's like, oh, we'll just have to save this for the trip back.
Yeah.
And we did. And we got it. So that was a 3-day multi-tour that,
Yep.
yeah, after a lot of driving. So
Well,
that was
that
a fun
worked.
thing. Yeah. We did just a little bit of geocaching on the trip. That was about it, really. Other than, I did a little maintenance, took a look at my virtual cache that I have at Lookout Pass. And for any of you that are doing the Geo Challenge of the month, you'll see me standing there at Lookout Pass, which is the border between Idaho and Montana, and it's a ski resort. And it's one of like 3 ski resorts in the country where you can ski in 2 different states, just by depending on which run you go down and across.
So don't forget your passport.
Well, I don't think you need a passport, but you might eventually. I don't know. But yeah, so the geo challenge of the month is to hide or find a virtual cache. So
So Jim,
yeah.
you
Yes, you
qualify.
did. Yeah, yeah. So be sure to check that out, Geo Challenge of the Month. It's on Facebook and then through Geocaching Vlogger, his YouTube site or YouTube channel has all the information there too. We have a hand from Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy, is she kicking off our topic here?
Yeah, you ready for the topic or do you have some news?
I was thinking about the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna get echo.
All right, we're trying to unmute and mute and all that stuff, and it's not
So
working.
far, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. First, I'm very excited to meet Sarah because we are planning on going to New Zealand in April. So I feel like I now have a contact. So
There
I'm
you
really, really excited about that and that she was on tonight and stuff. And I could actually participate and not be driving. So let's see if we can get this to focus. Please focus. Please focus.
There you go. Put your hand behind it.
Keep your hand behind it and
And
back it up just a little bit.
Flatten your hand.
Hold on. Maybe I can do this.
I think it thinks it's your background. Yeah, it's your background.
yeah, you'll just have to read it to us.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's our reindeer games. This is our fourth
Yeah.
annual reindeer games that we have done. Oh, Jim's excited. So this will be our fourth year of doing reindeer games, and it's just something I put together 4 years ago because the Northwest Ohio group stopped doing their holiday shindig, and it was something I really, really enjoyed going to. So I made up my own. And we called it reindeer games, and we do silly games. We do silly games. We do some paper ones, and we do some just minute to win it type of games, and we have a lot of fun. We also mash it up with a potluck for people to bring and stuff. And we're lucky enough here in Ada that the librarian is a geocacher. The head librarian is a geocacher. And so he opens the library for us on Sunday, just for us. So we have the use of the whole library and their community room and stuff. So yeah, we have a lot of fun with that one. So that was my holiday thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
what's the GC code? And you can type it in.
Yeah, if you could.
No, you can type
Yeah.
it.
What is it? GC?
It is Sunday, December 8th from 1 to 4 p.m. It's GCAZEEC, and I will put that in the chat.
Yeah, I just put it in there, I think, if I got the
Yep.
letters correct.
Yep.
Awesome. So cool.
Cool.
So that's a fun event, an annual event now that you do. I love that you've got the whole library. We don't have enough geocachers in the library system.
No, we get the community room of a library
We
often.
do, but it's too small
Yeah.
for our group. I've held a couple of gifts there and they were standing room only, so we've had to look for bigger locations. Cool. So who else is doing or attending holiday type events? I know here in our area, we are the WSGA, our local chapter, that's Washington State Geocaching Association, the Inland Empire chapter. We do a gift exchange every year. And then it's just a get together. There's usually a banquet room at a pizza place that we get. And that turns into standing room only too. Yeah. But there's an ornament exchange if you want to bring an ornament. And then also a gift exchange too, if you want to do those. Oh.
But locally, I've noticed a bunch of events popping up in that time frame, like mostly December. And I think it's people prepping for to qualify for community events next year. And luckily the events are, pretty darn interesting, actually. We've got one that, if I remember correctly, the name of the event is Brownies and Eagles.
Yeah.
And where we live, there's a bunch of bald eagles that winter there, or
They're there
that's
for the
their feeding
fish.
grounds.
Yeah, it's a fish frenzy.
Yeah, 'cause
on Lake
the-
Coeur d'Alene.
Lake Coeur d'Alene, the
Mhm.
salmon start swimming up their streams and whatnot, and the fish, they get stuck, and it's easy pickings for the eagles.
Mhm.
And so there's always a lot of eagle watching that time of year anyway.
Yeah,
And then
that's January.
no, it's December.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
And
yeah.
and so I guess what seals the deal is the event throwers bringing brownies. So
Hey.
hey, yeah. Yeah, I think it's 24th actually.
I think you're right. Yeah, it is Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, there'll be dozens of bald eagles that you can watch. So come with binoculars, and you can see them from the freeway actually, but there's
Yeah.
a nice walkway that
Yep.
there's a parking area and then a trail, paved trail. And it takes you
To
right
get
to
where,
all
where all the action is. Yep.
yeah, all the end of the lake, the bay kind of area where the water's more shallow, there's more fish. Can even get kind of stinky from all the activity, but it's fascinating. I love bald eagles, so we go watching.
That's got a
Yeah.
hand up.
Yeah. Scott, go ahead, Scott.
So I had planned nothing for Christmas, but now that I'm looking at this reindeer games, I'm thinking could kind of coordinate with the fine women and down there at the LA geocaching group, and we might put something together here in the next couple of weeks. So that sounds like fun. So thanks for the inspiration
Yes.
there, Nancy.
Reindeer Games West.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, Can I
Coastal.
share one other thing?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, there's not an event or anything because I didn't get it together, but it's my 20th anniversary for
Nice.
geocaching.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Cash anniversary.
Wow.
A cash anniversary. Yep, I know you had yours here recently, and now I'm going to follow you up.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. I had a big party. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah. I think there was even cake, and my parents came. It was great.
They've never been
event.
prouder.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, that's one of the fun things about this group, because we're from all around, worldwide even, and we can share ideas, and then those of us that travel, we find fun new caches, great, ideas for events, and then things that we can bring back home. So, what is it? Copying is the best
Mhm.
form of flattery, right? Yeah.
And I was thinking, so Tom was talking about the event where they were, dredging up the past.
Yeah.
I don't think those were his exact words, but that got me to thinking. Our local chapter
Winter.
has a winter event, and for the longest time, it included a slideshow of the year,
Mhm.
and it came out. We printed on a DVD or CD, and I know where my older copies are, so we could just throw like a retro event and relive the memories.
That's a great
Yeah.
idea. Yeah. People would submit all their different events and or not events, but pictures from
Pictures.
throughout the year and things. And then the historian of our local chapter would then put that together and put it to music.
Mhm.
We would show that while we're all having our barbecue and gift exchange and
Yeah.
candy canes, hot chocolate. Yeah. Oh, the good old days back when we had nice spaces for that. We have to find some new ones.
Mhm.
Well, does anyone have other family members that they geocache with, that they get together with over the holidays? I know a lot of us travel as well.
Or do you do any geocaching on Thanksgiving Day or on Christmas Day?
Those are the best days to get the urban micros and such. When big holidays, everybody's with family, sneak away to your urban areas where nobody is, everything's closed. So, if you're between, activities and such, it's a perfect day to get those hard, muggle, dense urban caches. Any of those big days.
Mhm.
Except for Black Friday. I don't know about that day. Probably not.
I'm just reading Melissa's posts.
Yeah. Christmas event.
Mountain Goat Gym, what do you got?
Yeah.
Okay. You talked about going out like on Christmas to do the stealth required caches at businesses. And my wife and I did that a few years ago. And we were driving up to this one cache at the Sonic Drive-In, kind of in near North Spokane, not the one way up north. And as we were driving down the alley, approaching with our little GPS, there was a dumpster there. And as we drove up, there was commotion in the dumpster, and some guy appeared, and apparently he was looking for his Christmas dinner in the dumpster.
Oh my goodness.
So we skipped that one, and I was just thankful that my Christmas dinner wasn't coming from a dumpster.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right.
Were you ever able to go back and get that one? I remember that one.
Caching's supposed to be fun, and there was nothing fun about that.
Okay.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
never went back.
Mhm.
Yeah, so when I found it, it wasn't it was more fun than not fun.
Oh.
Because I didn't have somebody popping out of the
A
dumpster.
dumpster.
Yeah.
It kind of spoiled it for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Seeing this little head appear from the dumpster.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
a shame. Yeah.
No, I found quite a few on Christmas Day. The problem is some of them I can't record because they're iced in. They're under a Jersey barrier in a puddle of water that is frozen.
Mhm.
And okay, I found it, but I didn't log it, so
Oh, 'cause you
fine. Yeah.
couldn't
Couldn't
pull it
pull
out.
it out,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I've chipped quite a few out of ice.
Yeah.
I guess those days, winter is coming for us here in the Northern Hemisphere. Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we've done that on they're not power trails, but up north in the winter time, we're going to Spirit Lake coming back.
Mhm. Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
we'll
Mhm.
cache our way back, and we're Christmas shopping. That's why it goes to Spirit Lake.
Yeah, best pottery.
And there was a one that was in the tree hollow. It wasn't a stump.
Mhm.
And it was pretty tall, about came up to here in a broken tree. And that was just iced in. We chipped at it. I broke a ice scraper, and now my windows I can't ever scrape, and we never
That's
did get it out till the next summer.
Yeah, we came back. Yeah, when it was finally no snow to get it out.
Yeah.
That's right. So Melissa's doing a big gift
Mhm.
exchange. I didn't get a chance to finish reading that one.
Yeah. Tom.
Wow. Hey, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah. Okay. To the guy that has the expensive dental problems, I have walked across the border into Los Algodones several times after the Yuma event, and I've got 3 new implant teeth, and I have the makings for another one, and I may actually go back this year and get that one taken care of. So, yeah.
Well, so JNLA is saying we own a masonry hammer for that reason. So Bob, Tom, I think
No, I think that was for the ice.
Yeah.
okay.
I do remember finding one of the log scalers that was underneath a little short bridge that was frozen down. I did manage to get it loose and get it open. Yeah, I've run into that problem a few times.
Yeah, Tom, I think Bob just probably couldn't wait to Yuma event this year is what it sounds like.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't. Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, it was funny. The first year we were going down to Yuma, I had some sort of something with one of my back teeth that was turning into an infection, or that's what my dentist thought. And so he's scheduling a follow-up and all this and that. I said, well, I'm going down to Yuma. I'll just go over to Algodones. And he like jumped out of his chair. "No, do that. Why not?
Yeah.
There's 300 of them and some of them got to be good.
There's one in every corner. Yeah, yeah.
So I didn't have to do that. Apparently there was nothing wrong. I still have all my teeth and
Yeah,
yeah,
okay, good for
And
you. Yeah.
didn't have to take that batch of antibiotics and didn't have to go see
Mhm.
a dentist
Yeah.
in a foreign country.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a good tip though, from what I understand. You can get some great care at really good prices, and it's just right across the border. You can walk in
You walk
from
in.
Yuma. And they have a big mega block party event coming up in February.
Yep.
So yeah. get
So
that.
if you need your teeth worked on, a prescription, or vision work, and you need to find a mega,
Hmm?
there you go.
Yeah, or and a foreign country.
Yeah, in a foreign country. Yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute. Arizona
goodness.
isn't a foreign country.
And actually, JD, not a mega block party.
Ah, that's
Block
right. It's
party.
a block party this
Mhm.
year.
Mhm.
One of the firstest, probably. Yeah, be in
Yeah.
February.
Yeah, at least the second one.
Yeah, it'd be the early goings for sure.
The
Mhm.
one in Florida will be the first one.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Thank you. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Barb and Dale's.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. So Andrea is asking, what's the difference between a block party and a mega? And
Good
that's a
question.
unique one.
Yeah,
for-
so a block party is granted to a pre-existing mega event for this year, 2025. No,
No,
Scott,
just
do you have
it's,
the exact? I mean, you have to apply for it.
Yeah, you have to apply for it.
Yeah. So basically, what for the 25th anniversary, Geo Woodstock was looking, or I'm sorry, not Geo Woodstock, GCHQ was looking for some way to make something unique. They had block parties for like 5 years in Seattle.
Yeah.
And only, and if I'm not mistaken, about 7,000 geocachers have the block party icon. Well, icons are a big deal. So,
Exactly.
yeah. So what they're doing is now they are for the 25th anniversary, they are having block parties. You don't have to have been a mega before. You could actually start an event and it will be a block party. Still has the same requirements as a mega event. You have to have 300 will attends, which translates into about 500 attendees. And then the important thing is to get the get the get the event really organized, submit your application to GCHQ, and then they can designate you as a block party. But yeah, don't just say, "Oh, I have an idea. I want to be a block party." Go ahead and get your location, get your theme, get your schedule, get all that together, and then submit it up there, and they will could designate you as a block party, providing you meet the attendance requirements.
Okay.
Yeah.
And anybody have anything that I missed?
No, I think that covered that. Yeah, thank you for going back in history. I forget that people weren't, because the block parties were in our backyard.
I know.
Yeah, we attended every one of them because they were, just across the state from us.
Mhm.
Which
And for
is
some people, they're just down the street.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for
Jim Turtle.
giving us the history of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Andrea, so don't know if Bamarama is going to apply to be a mega or it'll be applied to be a block party, because you could still be a mega if you wanted to just be a mega.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, because again, that goes back to the icons,
Right.
Mhm.
which icon it is. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So it could be either. Mhm.
Mhm.
So yeah, so I would recommend if there are any block parties near you this coming year, there are lists of them at geocaching.com. You can look them up. I think last I looked, there were about 40 of them worldwide. be sure to get it. It is a unique icon, kind of like the locationless, which we were able to get a lot of us the last couple of years through the
Right.
banner and signal.
And then real quick for Andrea, and when we're talking about the icons, the different kind of icons that represent the different kind of cache hides / finds, part of the game as well, if you choose to play it this way, is you have milestones as you increase your finds. And what's it start out at 5, 10, 50, 100, then it goes by 100s.
Then thousands, up to
Up to
10,000.
10,000, and then you got a long time before your next milestone. So when you're new, a lot of people will plan ahead that their next milestone is going to be an icon that they don't have a milestone on already.
Right.
So you try to get as many icons as milestones as you can.
And that is a challenge cache
Yeah.
in some areas. Yeah. I specifically worked hard to make a giga my 10,000th find, because I'm not going to get another milestone for another 10,000.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up too. Yeah.
Okay, we're on Pet Check's Gone Wild, so Pet Check it
Yeah.
is. We're too far away from the batch of puppies, so
They've been
sorry.
moved
Yeah.
out to the larger whelping room with the heated floor because they're all up and about. They're 5, 6 weeks now.
Yeah. Plus they were getting their pictures
They
taken.
were. Yeah, my brother methodically documents their picture and weight and all of that on his website, and then also through Facebook.
Yeah.
Kitties. So Hilo is chilling at home. He's batching it this weekend. Hey, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, many years ago, I attended my first and only block party, and that was my 1,000th cache find.
There you go. Perfect.
I signed right underneath the land sharks.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah. That was fun. That was back in the day when they would come down and
They could do some vending and
yeah,
stuff.
we could be vendors together.
Cool.
Oh, Jim says they're both asleep.
Yep.
Okay. I don't hear the puppies anymore. I was hearing them earlier,
Well,
but
they're probably sleeping.
probably, yeah, busy day getting their pictures taken, and I guess somebody came by, spent some time here. The puppy owner.
Yep, put in request to own one of the puppies.
Yep, no deposit.
Okay, I think we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah, drinks are going to be full price here in like 30 seconds, guys. Yeah, you have less than a minute to run up to the bar, I guess, for your half price happy hour drinks. No, Jim's making us quickly. Yeah. Well, Andrea, it's nice to meet you too. Yeah, come back every fortnight, every 2 weeks. We do our Mappy hour, different topics each time. If you've got a topic that you'd like to talk about, you can always email me. Contact me over at Cache. I'll put my email address in. It's Lisa at cache-advance.com. And tonight's episode is going to be brought to you by, we do still have a few of our Advent boxes available. Very few. I mean, we're just about sold out. We made 50% more. I've ordered 50% more in what we did last year, our first year. And I just have like a handful left. So that would be over at cache-advance.com. It's where you can see our Advent boxes. And if you are on our email list or follow us on social media, you'll be seeing we're reworking our t-shirt club just for the ladies this time. So we're doing more women's specific designs and colors and that sort. For 50 t-shirts, we've been doing unisex. And so we're changing the subscription, the geocaching t-shirt subscription, more women focused for the different designs, and we're going to be doing a big launch here this next week. So stay tuned for more information about that. I don't have any links up yet. I'd actually had removed those from our website a while ago, because I knew that we were going to be niching down a little bit. This was our last unisex one. It is 50. This is our number 50. There are 50 geocaching words in our word cloud here on the shirt, and it's vintage black. And I'll probably get this one up on the website. Should really get it up this weekend, I think, for sales. So anyway, great to see you all. Great to see so many new faces and hear about some really cool events coming up. I think a lot of us are inspired. And somebody had mentioned earlier that if we want to have a community event, we have to host an event before the end of the year. Is that correct? Yeah. Yeah. So if you're wanting to host a community event, which we've done in the past, be sure, if you haven't hosted one yet this year, be sure to do that as well, to help with.
And you got
what you
to
need.
hide a cache.
Hide a cache, and have been an active cacher since this year.
Tuesday. Oh, this year. Okay.
I think it's this year.
Got it.
Sometime. Yeah. So
Okay.
can't be like brand new last week. Yeah. Those folks need to attend more events before they start hosting, for sure. Well, it's good to see everybody, and have a great couple of weeks, folks. And we'll see you all. Yeah.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, same cache time, same cache channel. Take care, everybody. Happy caching.